And I'm Aries, and we are the stars of Channel 789 News. Hello! Indeed, Britain's most resourceful source of breaking news. Today we are coming at you live with all the information on Pope Gregory's missionaries sent to the Saxons. Saxons. But yes, as you all know, us Britons have suffered a continual decrease in power ever since King Malgo. And with the help of Gormund, king of the Africans, the troublemaking Saxons have successfully invaded most of our land. When the Saxons inhabited our home, they began to take an interest in Christianity and our Lord Jesus Christ. So they asked Pope Gregory to send someone who could teach them. And he did! Instead of helping us get our land back, he sent them missionaries, the most noteworthy of these being Augustine. When Augustine arrived, he ran into some of our bishops and other religious leaders. Do you know what he did? He had the nerve to ask them to help preach to the Saxons. Who does he think he is? Exactly. Why would we waste our time and salvation on them? Well, apparently our response angered our not-so-friendly neighbors. Hence, we are now in danger of a Saxon army threatening to kill Abba Dinut and the others who did not want to preach to our enemies. Those Saxons, always overreacting. Anyway, after this commercial break, we'll send you off to Leo with the weather. For now, this has been Virgo and Aries on Britain's Channel 789 News. Holla!
Everyone died back to
you, Brian.
Yeah. Well, okay, here's today's story. Approximately 7 years ago, Pope Gregory decided to send us a missionary, a Christian missionary named Augustine.
Recently, Augustine held a meeting with the British bishops to try and unite the Christian Saxons and Britons under the same beliefs.
During the meeting, the British bishops refused to help him preach to us. They did this because they hate us for no reason at all.
King Ethelbert and King Ethelfred gathered an army and destroyed all of these British bishops who refused to help with Augustine's missionary efforts.
Well, that's our story for tonight, folks. Stay classy, Saxons.
We will be covering the story about Vortigern and his generous invitation. Little did he know the Britons will take over.
Yesterday, Vortigern invited the Angles and Saxons to come to Britain for protection from the Picts. The Angles and the Picts made an alliance against Britain.
Right now, Vortigern is leading the Saxons in a good, strong battle against the Britons. And now, let's take it over to Jake with the live battle and footage from the battlefield.
Both sides are heavy. The valiant Saxons seem to be prevailing against Vortigern. Vortigern is doing great, and the Saxons are battling strong. One of the Britons seems to be coming at me. This is very intense. Over to you, Daphne.
Well, here on the battlefield it's very humid. It's about 80 degrees out here, and there are zero clouds in the sky. Such a great day to kill. Happy battling. Back to you.
And us Saxons ended up losing, but Vortigern's troops won. We are very proud of our Saxons.
Remember, don't turn away and live the Saxon way.
We will be covering the story about Vortigern. Little did he know that the Britons would take over.
Recently, the Saxons came to Britain completely unannounced and claimed to protect us Britons from our enemies. Our foolish King Vortigern accepted the help without question. Over time, the Saxons began to want to take over the island.
Out on the battlefield, reporter Jake Greenland is witnessing the toughest part of battle, live at the scene.
This is Jake, live on the scene. The battle is very intense. Vortigern is poorly teaching our troops. The Saxons are beginning to battle harder, but our Britons are still fighting bravely. This looks like the Britons might win. Now back to you, Daphne.
Hashtag thanks, Jake. The battlefield is really hot and sticky today. The sky is clear and blue, which seems like a sign we will win. This has been meteorologist Daphne reporting live. Back to you.
Tough and long battle, but we were victorious. God really helped us win this. See you later. and we will have more details about this battle.
Here with Charles the Saxon. Thank you very much for meeting with me today.
Of course, any time.
So, only a few questions. First, can you tell us how Vortigern, your new British king, became the king?
Well, actually, none of us really know how. It was kind of a surprise to us.
Interesting. So, does King Vortigern have any alliances with anybody in particular?
Well, it seems as if he made an alliance with the Picts, but we aren't actually sure why.
Alright, good to know. Last question, has Vortigern made any deals recently?
Actually, yes, he did. He exchanged land for protection provided by us, the Saxons.
Okay, and why exactly would he need protection from the Saxons?
Well, Vortigern was apparently getting severely threatened.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have now. Thank you very much. And now we're going to go visit our weather girl, Subi.
Weather going to be sunny. Prepare sunglasses and sun cream. But tomorrow will be rain and cold, so you should prepare your jacket and umbrellas. Word weather time. Scotland is 31. Mercia is 21 degree, and Wessex, Sussex, and West Wales is gonna be 71. Thank you.
Breaking news, Vortigern, our British king, just died.
Yes, Vortigern has been burned alive inside his own tower.
He has come a far way.
Yeah, I mean, he started out by betraying Constance and the Scottish Picts. The making an alliance with the Saxons, and now he's dead.
We're here with Cordelia Dudley, and now she's live on the scene, actually. Hey, Cordelia, what's going on down there?
Hello, Charles and Liz. I am here live on the scene of Vortigern's burnt tower. Now, before this event, the Saxons betrayed Vortigern at what was supposed to be a peace conference. The Saxons then took knives out of their boots and stabbed Vortigern's men to death.
Now, I heard that he fled to the tower for protection. Is that true?
And yes, that is very much correct. And when the Saxons found out where he was hidden, they burnt his tower to the ground.
Well, that wraps up our news for today. We will be back shortly with more news. Stay classy, Brittany.
We're at you live from Saxon 6 newsroom in somewhere in Frisia. On to you, Madeline. On to you, my sprite.
So, King Edwin and his kingship made it safe. It was said a woman could carry a newborn child across the island from sea to sea without fear of harm. Cared for everyone's well-being, and peace covered the lands. Most of all, he was a devout Christian.
He also cared about everyone's well-being. You did. Have a great night, and sponsored by Sprite.
Oh, hey there. This is British 47 News.
Hello.
We're going to explore King Edwin today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my name's Mason, and that's Margaret.
Yes, Margaret.
And, King Edwin. What do you think about him, Margaret?
That guy is just garbage.
He is. He really is.
Mm-hmm.
So Cadwallow is like a really nice guy, and you should get to know him. Anyway, but let's just go and talk about this. Alright, so King Edwin, you know, the jerk, asked Cadwallow, Jesus, to share the crown and take Northumbria, right? We all know the story. Instead, he gave the crown to Brian, the nephew.
I think that's a better tactical move than giving it to a Saxon.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think so.
I don't know, I mean, Brian's kind of a jerk. If you ask me, he cut off his leg, right?
No, he's a helpful man.
Okay. Well, King Edwin should not be king, because he is a Saxon now. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But trickery is always a Saxon trait. So Edwin went to Northumbria and crowned himself. Himself. Real quickly. Yep.
Because I'm so angry, I must quench myself.
Oh, man.
With Sprite.
Buy it now. Sprite, buy it now. Yep. There's more Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we are funding this. Alright, next. A battle was fought. Did you spell that? Okay. A battle was fought in Humber.
Mm-hmm. Those battles,
And
though.
Edwin won.
Yes.
Edwin won.
Something like that.
He was a jerk.
Yeah, somehow.
The jerk won. Anyway.
That's just not fair.
After that, he went and inflicted misery on the town folk and farmers.
The awful man. Fire everywhere.
Anyway, to wrap up, in the end, Cadwallo came back from hiding in Ireland and killed Edwin.
And we're going to look into this with our friend Jason Rafferty down in the battle right now.
These images were sponsored by Sprite. Hello, Jason. How are you today?
Good, and we're live on the battlefield, where things are going quite badly for the Saxons, much to our joy. And news just in, which is always good, Edwin has died in battle.
Yes, boo! Yes!
And I shall be having a word with the people at the seer for taking over my information. Back to them.
Thank you, Jason, very much. Again, these images were brought by Sprite.
And you have seen British 47 News.
Stay with us next time, or something like that.
Yes.
I have to do what I...
Maddie!
This is New Studio Sexy Saxon 6. I just said it wrong.
Yesterday, Vortigern invited the Angles and Saxons to come to Britain for protection from the Picts.
What is wrong with you?
Dead.
Yes, Vortigern has been buried inside his own. Yes, Vortigern. Yes, Vortigern.